This is North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to the reservation here at North Myrtle Beach High School as the JV game just went final here, and we are getting set for the varsity game, the varsity girls game between the Lady Chiefs and the Lady Red Foxes of Hartsville. My name is Brandon Biskoping. I'll be bringing you all the action as the junior varsity Chiefs, Lady Chiefs, won by a score of 36-15 over the Lady Red Foxes of Hartsville. And the varsity teams are just about set to take the court. The Red Foxes out on the court first as we await the Chiefs to come out of the locker room. North Myrtle Beach coming into this one with a 2-0 record, winning against Carolina Forest to start off the season, followed by this past Friday a 58-37 win over Loris. Hartsville has played a few more games. They are currently 3-1. That is because they were in the Zaxby's tip-off, and they won that tournament, that preseason tournament, beating Estill in the championship game 58-54 to start off the season. Their only loss thus far is to Marlborough County 56-50. And their last game was a 53-31 win over Schraw. Series history, not long of a history, as Hartsville recently joined Region 6 4A just a few years ago. North Myrtle Beach is 3-1 in the overall series history just over the last two seasons. Won both of the games last year, first 62-30 and then 53-46 as the Lady Chiefs take the court and get ready for this one. The opening game in region play for both of these teams, and it's a little different, a little unique, and this game is actually a very unique undertaking for the Lady Chiefs on a number of different levels. First off, the fact that, as I mentioned, region play is starting as early as it is. Normally, region play does not start until the new year. Also, normally in a normal year, the ladies would be playing first with a 6 o'clock tip-off, followed by the boys at 7:30. Now, in order to keep a potential outbreak within one program, they are having the JV girls play first, followed by the varsity girls. So they are playing at 7:30 from now on this season for the most part. I think there may be one or two non-region games that are still like they were for last week at the beginning of the season. These Hartsville Red Foxes return a few players that were instrumental in their play last season. Elatrice Benjamin and Bri Hudson, to name a couple, as well as Azaria Knox. But like I mentioned, the Chiefs were able to handle these Red Foxes last season, but at the same time, the Chiefs are also down two key players, with the Berger twins moving on and graduating this past spring. And that was part of what I talked about with Coach Smith in the pregame interview. Talked about the strangeness of this game, of the time it's being played, not only in terms of the region play, but also in terms of the time of the day and the fact that they are the headliner now during their games instead of being the opener for the boys, essentially. And so we'll go to my interview with Coach Smith and get you ready, and then we'll come back and get you ready for tip-off and some Lady Chiefs basketball here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. I'm here with Coach Smith ahead of tonight's girls' game against against Hartsville, and yeah, I'm all sorts of weirded out. We were just talking about it before we started this. You guys are the headliner now.
That's right.
It's so weird having you guys play at the 7:30 slot instead of the 6 o'clock slot. We talked about the region schedule getting pushed up. Now this, how much of a shock is this for the team, and how have you prepared them for this new environment?
I mean, I don't know if anything can shock anybody at this point in 2020, but we are excited just to be able to play, to be honest with you. Whether it's at 6 o'clock or 7:30, we're happy to be out here. And we're excited to watch our JV because we do have a good relationship with these girls, and it's nice to come out here and see what they're doing and cheer for them and, support them a little bit and then have them do the same for us. So I think watching them is allowing my girls to see some of the things that drive me nuts when I'm on the sidelines, and some of the things that they need to get their mind mentally ready for.
And speaking of the JV team, you had a couple of the girls come up from the JV team last week against Loris. Is there any chance of them coming up on a more regular basis after what you saw on Friday? And also, does the fact that you get to see them on a regular basis now right before your game help in that process of potentially saying, oh, this girl's playing well, I can bring her up?
Absolutely. I mean, considering that we didn't have the fall time that we had to play and really get to know the girls on a more of a basketball level, we haven't had the opportunity to really see where people should fall. So, it's really good to be able to see how they can perform against another team and what their level is and their growth as they go. And as they continue to grow, it might not even be the three I pulled up. It might be somebody else that I want to move up. You just never know. But they are definitely going to be playing with us at the tournament time, which is the winter time during Christmas, and then they'll be playing with us in playoffs, and then we'll see what else happens along the way. And it just depends on illnesses and things. We had two girls sick yesterday. They both made it back today, but they both have been out. So there was a possibility that I was gonna pull up a couple of JVs today. I actually had them practice with me yesterday, but being that they're back and in action, I let them go ahead and play with JV tonight.
Since you brought it up, how much has that been an impact this season of, you had Vereen out last week, you having to have that uncertainty of not knowing who's going to be there on a day-by-day basis?
Well, I guess I get a feel what Coach Walker lives, the life of the boys coach. We have not having half of his team recently, but I mean, it's hard. But you got to bite the dust and come out and do what you got to do. I mean, Destiny was sick actually up until yesterday, and she's got bronchitis, but she wants to play. She's like, I feel good, Coach. I want to get out here. She's a tough one, and she hates missing the court. She actually begged to come back Friday at halftime. She told her dad, let me come up and help them because the game's tight. So she's a competitor. Like, she's ready to come. And that's what I love about her. And a lot of the girls, they want to play ball. So, yeah, it's going to be a stressful situation, but we're going to have to go game by game, and we adjust according to our personnel and what we have and what we're doing.
Talking about Hartsville, you guys played Hartsville very well last year, winning both games, but these on both sides, especially for North Myrtle Beach, it's a very different team. What can you take from the games last season to go into this one?
Well, a lot of our points scored last season were fast breaks with Jenna and Jordan, so we have to change up the way we do things a little bit. But like I told you before, we've changed our game a little bit with the full court man-to-man pressure that we're bringing that we didn't bring last year. But we're just going to adjust. We know they got good shooters. They know that they like to shoot threes. And I think we're going to face that a lot this season, and it's good for us to get prepped for that now. So we're going to try to get the ball inside a little bit because I think that's where the weakness is, and try to make sure that we put a hand in the face and reduce the threes.
Does the pressure defense that you're implementing this year help with that?
Absolutely. I think that's what turned us around. Not having Destiny Friday, we had to figure out ourselves a little bit. But by the time we came out second half, they kind of figured it out. Okay, this is who we are, and let's attack and let's be aggressive, and that's what they did.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right.
That was the pregame interview with Coach Smith, and she brought up a lot of good points, a lot of good thoughts about not only the uniqueness of this season. She's absolutely right. No matter what hurdles are thrown at the team and at the program and at everyone this season, I mean, we're just lucky to be playing right now. A couple of games within the region even tonight that were supposed to be played have been either postponed or canceled due to issues. So the fact that this game is being played at all is a blessing in and of itself. And it gives the coaching staff an opportunity that they normally in a normal year wouldn't have nearly as much, of being able to see firsthand how their JV team is playing, and as a result being able to see, okay, who is ready to come up, who is ready for that next level, and who needs a little bit more work. And not only that, but where do certain players need that work, and that should help the program overall, not just this year, but going into the future as well. So this isn't just for North Myrtle Beach. This is for everyone in South Carolina with this new rule. And for those of you, I think I mentioned it last week, but for those of you who are unfamiliar with the protocols this year, it was proposed earlier on in the fall and approved that instead of the normal format of the boys and girls varsity teams travel together and that the girls play first at 6 o'clock and then the boys play at 7:30 at the same location, this season is the girls JV and varsity teams are playing on Mondays and Thursdays, with the boys JV and varsity teams playing on Tuesdays and Fridays, as is traditionally the case. And so it gives these coaches a little bit of a challenge, especially on the girls' side, where a lot of these girls are not used to playing this time of the night. But unique circumstances call for unique opportunities. So we'll step aside right now real quick, as we'll have the national anthem and starting lineups right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
First, the visiting Lady Foxes of Hartsville High School. Number 3, Camden Dawson. Number 4, Lily Benjamin. Number 5, Bree Hudson. Number 15, Jalika Lyles. And number 22, Avi Sutton. Head coach of the Red Foxes, Coach Justin Johnson. Assistant Wiley White. Assistant Brittany Adams. Tangy Covey. Harry Harley. Principal Mr. Corey Lewis. Staff is Brittany Adams. And now, let's get ready for your North Myrtle Beach High School Public High School Chief, Coach Brooks Smith Lorraine, Assistant Coach Ali Umar. The officials for tonight's game, Mr. Trent Lupo, Mr. Mike Caputo, and Mr. Jerry Gutierrez.
Welcome back as we get ready for tip-off, and we'll get you the starting lineups. You heard the starting lineups, but we'll read them off again. As we are underway, the tip-off is taken by the Chiefs. They are moving left to right. Vincent with the ball. It's Adea Vereen, Ashanti White, Riley Vincent, Daviana Hatchell, and Destiny Vereen are the starting five for the Chiefs as the shot is missed, rebounded by Hartsville. Benjamin with the ball. She thought about taking a shot, now passes it out to Sutton. Sutton will bring it back to the point and reset. Sutton driving far side. She'll drive down the lane and put it up, no good. But a foul is called and she'll go to the line to shoot two. That foul will be called on Adea Vereen. That's her first. So Sutton will go to the line to shoot two. Currently, thus far this season, she's a 44% free throw shooter, and the first one misses off the front iron. Sutton averaging 9.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, and 4.3 assists per game. As the second one is up and good, she keeps her average about the same, going 1 of 2. A slight full court press by the Red Foxes, but the Chiefs are able to get out of it. Vincent with the ball, passes it to Vereen. Vereen will drive near side, now kicks it out, now back out to White. White over to Vincent. Vincent with the three ball from the far side wing, no good. And it will be tipped out of bounds off of Vereen, so it'll be Hartsville ball. 1-0 with just under a minute off the clock. Chiefs going into their slight full court press. And a whistle is blown. And an inbounding violation will be called on Hartsville. So the Chiefs get the ball back in Hartsville territory. Passing it inside underneath the basket. Lane attempt, no good. Hatchell gets her own rebound. Another offensive rebound by Hatchell. And a foul will be called. Actually, they'll say it just got tipped out of bounds off of a Hartsville player. So Vereen will inbound and gets it to Hatchell. Hatchell again misses the lane, but again gets her own offensive rebound, but it's stripped by Hartsville, and they'll push up the court. Dawson with the ball. She stops and pops. Long two, no good. Rebounded attempt by the Chiefs. Foul will be called. Foul will be called on Jalila Lyles. That's her first. So the Chiefs will get the ball back. And they've had some trouble thus far to start off underneath the basket, getting multiple opportunities underneath the rim, but not able to capitalize. Hatchell gets it inside to Vereen. Vereen out to White. White to Vincent. Vincent over to Hatchell. Hatchell with the long two, no good. Offensive rebound though, and put back by Destiny Vereen, coming back from being sick and being able to put the first points on the board for the Chiefs. Pushing up the court, stop and pop is Hudson, no good. Off back iron, rebounded by White, trying to tip it out of bounds. And they will say she did not get it off of a Hartsville player. So it will be Hartsville ball. They'll inbound from the baseline. Sutton to trigger the inbound. Sutton looking, passes it out to the far side corner. And a whistle is blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. Foul will be called. Oh, no, actually, they're going to call it on. They'll call it on. Put up 4. I'm assuming it means 40, so that was called on Vereen. Passing it and stolen by White. White pushing it up. Now stopping at the point. Hands it off to Vereen. Over to Vincent. Vincent at the point brings it back to the half-court line. Driving near side, she'll kick it out to Hatchell. Hatchell passes inside to Vereen. Lay-in attempt rolls in. Adea Vereen gets on the board, and it's 4-1 Chiefs with 5.5 left to go in the first quarter. A bit of an awkward pass goes over the head of Dawson, and it's stolen by Vereen. Vincent brings the ball up slowly. Passes it to Vereen. Vereen trying to get it inside to Hatchell, and she does. Dump in passes perfectly placed, but Hatchell gets the shot blocked. And it's taken by Hartsville. Driving, laying attempt by Dawson, no good. Rebound by Hatchell. Vincent will bring the ball up over the timeline. Passes it to Vereen. Back over to Adea Vereen. Vereen to Vincent at the near side corner. She'll drive down the baseline. Now she'll get double teamed, scramble for the ball, and a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor Hartsville. So Hartsville will get the ball back with 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Chiefs up 4-1. Dawson with the ball. She gets it stolen on a pass attempt to Benjamin by Vereen, and she gets the easy lay-in. 6-1 Chiefs. The pressure by Vereen is trying to get to Dawson, but she'll hand it off to Sutton. Sutton will slow the tempo down at the point. She'll cross over, drives, lay-in attempt, no good, but a whistle is blown. Foul will be called on Vereen. Oh, no, excuse me. They'll call it on Ashanti White. That'll be her first. Sutton to inbound from the baseline. She passes out. 3-ball. Buckets. A long three by Altrice Benjamin. And the Red Foxes get their first points from the floor of the game, and it's 6-4. Vereen drives, stop and pop from the low post, and she drains it. Nothing but nylon, NBN. Driving quickly, long outlet pass, trying to get it up to Sutton, but it will be a little too high for the short in stature Sutton, and it will be Chief ball once again. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline, over to Hatchell, near side wing. Passes it inside to Berger. Berger backing down her man. She gets double teamed and a scramble for the ball. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. Vereen to trigger the inbound. Looking and passing it inside. Hatchell with the floater fadeaway, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville, and a whistle will be blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. Foul will be called on White. That'll be her second. Sutton to bring the ball up over the timeline. Crossover, kick out. 3-ball from the near side corner, no good by Benjamin, but a long rebound comes back out, and it's rebounded by Hartsville. Sutton gets pressured, and it is stolen by Vereen. The pressure defense from the Chiefs is doing wonders thus far. Vincent tried to drive, but she loses the handle, but they will say it went off of a Hartsville player. It went off of Sutton, so the Chiefs will retain possession, with Vereen triggering the inbound. Adea Vereen triggers the inbound, passes it to Vincent. Vincent over to Hatchell. Hatchell will drive wide open lane, but a great job by the Hartsville defender to come in and block that shot, but they will call a foul on Sutton. Amianta Sutton tried to come in from the far side all the way across the paint to block that shot, but in the process drew the foul, and Hatchell drains her first free throw. 9-4 with just under 3 left to go in the first quarter. Second free throw. Off front iron, rims out, but it's rebounded by Berger. Berger tries to keep a hold of it, but it will be tipped out of bounds. They will say it went off of a Hartsville player, so it will remain Chief ball. They'll trigger the inbound from the baseline. Parker to inbound it. Passes it out to Hatchell. Long two, no good, but an offensive rebound by Berger. Kick out to a wide open Vincent from the near side wing. No good on the three ball, but a long rebound will go out of bounds. And they will say it did not go off of anyone, so it will be Hartsville ball. Nice attempt, though, by Parker to go after it and try to save it. Even went a row up into the stand. Sutton driving. She loses the handle, but it goes right to Benjamin. Benjamin will kick it out. Benjamin drives, floater, no good from the far side elbow, and it'll be rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent tried to pass it up to Vereen, but it's an errant pass, and it goes off the hands of Vereen and into the waiting hands of Hudson. Sutton with the ball. Passes it over to Benjamin. Benjamin near side wing. She'll drive far side. Get into the paint. Tried to kick it out. Kick out, three ball, no good. Rebounded by Hatchell. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. Passes it out. Three ball from the far side corner by Parker. No good. Rolls out of the rim. Looked like it was about to go down, but the rim would not have it. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline. She'll slow down the pace a little bit. She'll drive near side. She'll get an open lane. Puts up a floater, laying off the glass and in. 9-6. Chiefs up by 3 with a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Vincent over to Vereen. Vereen to Parker at the point. Over to Vincent. Vincent to Hatchell on the near side corner. Back over to Vincent. Vincent with the floater from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Benjamin thought about driving. Now slows it up. Now passes it to Sutton. Sutton stops and pops from the point. Three ball, no good. And it will go. It was attempt to be saved by Hartsville, but it goes right to Berger. Vincent now dump into Hatchell. Hatchell lay an attempt, no good. But a long offensive rebound goes back to Vincent, and she kicks it out to Parker. Parker over to Vereen. Vereen to Vincent. Vincent to Berger. Berger to Parker. Parker inside to Vereen. Vereen lay an attempt, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Dawson will slow the pace down. She brings it up over the timeline. Driving near side, hands it off to Hudson. Hudson stops and pops from the point. No good, a little too short. And it will be rebounded by Hatchell. Hatchell with the long outlet pass to Vereen, and she will get it tipped out of her hands with 8.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter as a couple of substitutions come in for the Chiefs. Vereen will come in, as will Hemingway. They'll check in for Adea Vereen. And I did not see who the other substitute was, as a three ball is no good. Offensive rebound by Destiny Vereen is no good on the putback attempt as well. And that'll end the first quarter with the score 9-6, Chiefs in the lead. So we'll take a quick break and come right back with the second quarter here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Started in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1989. In 2017, the Columbia office branched out and started serving the Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas. Dog training in your home comes to you. In many cases, your dog's home environment is enabling bad behavior, so the home is the most logical place for training. Dog training in your home services are designed to make training your dog fun for you and your dog while getting immediate results. All of the dog training in your home training programs are customized to fit your training goals and needs. At Dog Training in your home, we are veterinarian recommended and work with any age, any breed of dog. Your first visit is free, so call today. Dog Training in your home, 843-360-6033.
Welcome back to the reservation as the Chiefs are up by 3, 9-6 after one. And the Chiefs started off the game very strong. And then Hartsville was able to come back. Hartsville to begin with the ball. Sutton gets the inbound, and now calling out play, gets it to Dawson, near side wing. Over to Benjamin. Benjamin will drive far side, will lay. The lay-in attempt is no good. And a long rebound, scramble for the ball, and Benjamin comes up with it. Pass out to Dawson. Dawson, kick out. Sutton, 3-ball from the far side wing, no good off the back iron. And it's rebounded by Vereen. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. Passes inside to Berger. Berger gets up and under. Lay-in attempt, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Vereen, also no good. Scramble for the ball, and Sutton comes up with it for Hartsville. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline. Passes over to the far side wing. 3-ball too far, and no dice. And it's rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent drives, lay-in attempt, no good. But she will draw the foul and go to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Hartsville will be on Amy Sutton. Vincent heads to the line to shoot 2. Her first free throw is good. Nothing but nylon. NBN. Tiara Bryant checks in. She'll check in for Berger. Second free throw by Vincent. Also nothing but nylon. NBN. Riley Vincent has that sweet stroke from the line. And from 3. Sutton with the ball. Kick out. Now back out to Sutton. Sutton stutter step. She'll drive far side. Now kick out. 3-ball from the near side corner. No good. Rolls out by Benjamin. And it's rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. Will slow the pace down. Stutter step. Kick out. Now back out to Vincent. Vincent passes it inside to Vereen. Vereen kick out, and a whistle is blown. Traveling will be called on Destiny Vereen. As Ashanti White checks in. She'll check in for Hemingway. The full court press comes in by the Chiefs, but the Hartsville Red Foxes are able to get out of it. Kick out, 3-ball, no good off front iron, and it's rebounded by Vincent. Vincent crossover, she'll drive, she'll keep on driving. Lay-in attempt, good! The awkward lay-in attempt by Vincent goes in, and the Chiefs are up by 7. Stutter step, Sutton now with the ball near side wing. Passes it, now passes it inside. Hudson with the awkward lay-in attempt, no good off the front of the rim, and it'll be rebounded by Vereen. Vincent with the ball. She'll pass it out to Parker. Parker far side wing. She'll drive baseline. Floater, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Vereen, and it rolls in. Destiny Vereen with the lay-in, and now it's 15-6 with 5.5 left to go in the second quarter. Almost stolen by Parker, but the Red Foxes keep it. Now Sutton with the far side wing. Long pass cross court over to Benjamin. She stutter step. She puts up a floater. No good. Rims out. And it'll be rebounded by the Chiefs. White brings the ball up over the timeline. Passes it over to Parker. Parker passes it inside. Lay-in attempt by Bryant. No good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Pushing up the pace. Passing it inside. And a lay-in attempt, no good by Benjamin, but a foul will be called, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be called on Ashanti White. That's her third already here in the second quarter. So she's in foul trouble. She's in major foul trouble early on, as the first free throw is no good, rims out by Benjamin. Benjamin, a 69% free throw shooter. She is the leading scorer for the Red Foxes, averaging 19.8 points per game, as well as 6 rebounds and 3 assists and 4.3 steals per game. So she's a very good all-around player for this Hartsville team. Second free throw rims out as well, so Benjamin goes 0 for 2. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. Thought about passing it inside. Now back out to Vereen. Vereen stutter steps. Now thought about driving. Kick out. 3 ball by Hatchell. No good. Rebounded by Benjamin, but a foul will be called. Hemingway checks in. She'll check in for Destiny Vereen. Hemingway will trigger the inbound from the baseline. Passes it to Vincent. Vincent will drive down the baseline. Floater attempt, no good, but she'll get her own offensive rebound. Kick out. 3 ball by Vereen, no good. Rims out. And another almost an offensive rebound by the Chiefs, but the Red Foxes get it. Dawson with the ball. She'll bring it to the point and reset and call out a play. She'll bring in near side. Now back far side. And almost lost the handle, but she's able to recover. And a whistle is blown. And they're going to call a traveling, I believe, either traveling or double dribble on Dawson. Either way, it's Chiefs ball. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. Hemingway with the ball. She'll pass it inside to Vincent, who will drive in and lay it in. Again, the full court press by the Chiefs, but again, the Red Foxes are able to break it. Dawson tries to pass it inside, but it's stolen by the Chiefs. Hemingway drives. Now she'll kick it out. Vincent with the ball on the near side wing. She passes it inside to Hatchell. Lay-in attempt, no good. Offensive rebound and putback is good by Hatchell. 19-6. Chiefs in the lead. And the Chiefs are on a 10-0 run in the second quarter. And a whistle is blown, which will allow the Red Foxes to make a couple of substitutions. Sutton checks back in, and she'll get the inbound. She'll drive near side, hands it off to Dawson. Dawson will bring it all the way around the court and now hands it off to Benjamin. This looks like some Globetrotter type movement, just handing the ball back and forth around the perimeter. And a whistle is blown. They're going to call a traveling violation on Benjamin. So the Chiefs get the ball back after the attempt by the Red Foxes to be the Globetrotters. Passing it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell almost lost it, but kicks it out. Hemingway no good on the 3-ball. Offensive rebound, however, by Vereen. And the ball will go out of bounds off of a Chief, so it will be Hartsville ball. Knox passes it. And a 3-ball from the far side wing rims out by Sutton. And it's rebounded by Hatchell. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. And they're going to call an over and back, as Vincent was right at the line and stepped on the line after fully crossing. So Hartsville will get the ball back with 2:25 left to go in the half. 19-6. Chiefs on a 10-0 run. 3-ball from the point is good by Dawson. She stops and pops. That's the first point for Hartsville in the second quarter. And the broadcaster jinx is alive and well. And another over and back by Vincent. And she's got to be careful with that. Trying to stutter step at the half-court line and stepping over the line after crossing it as a result. Sutton with the ball. She'll bring it near side wing. Passes it to Dawson at the point. Dawson stutter step drives. Lay-in attempt is good, and the foul. Foul will be called on Jaden Berger. That's her first. So the end one by Dawson will be no good off the back of the rim, but she almost got her own offensive rebound, but Vereen is able to come up with it. Vincent with the ball far side, near side wing. She'll pass it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell getting some pressure, kicks it out to Vincent, who takes the three ball from the near side corner, no good. Rebounded by Dawson. Dawson thought about driving, now she'll bring it back out. Now we'll reset at the point. Hands it off to Sutton. Sutton brings it far side, now passes it inside. Almost stolen, now a kick out over to Sutton, and they'll reset. Now passes it back over to Knox. Knox with the lay-in attempt, no good. Scramble for the ball, still on the ground, and the Chiefs are able to come up with it. Long outlet pass to Vincent. Vincent will drive, floater no good. Rebounded by Dawson. Dawson will push up the pace. She's got numbers. She'll get it stripped by Vereen. Vereen will now push it up, but without any numbers, she'll bring it back out and pass it to Vincent to reset. Back over to Vereen. Vereen with the ball near side wing, and she gets hit, and they will call a foul on Adea Vereen. They'll call an offensive foul on her. 19-11 with a little under a minute left to go in the first half. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline. Brings it far side. Now back near side. Passes it to Benjamin. Benjamin back out to Sutton. Sutton resets. Tried to pass it inside, but a high ball goes out of bounds off of the protective padding on the baseline, and it'll be Chiefs ball. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. Over to Hatchell, near side corner. Out, now back out to Hatchell. Hatchell over to Vereen. Vereen with the runner, no good, and will be tipped out of bounds off of a Red Fox, and it'll be Chiefs ball with 13.2 seconds left to go in the first half. Chiefs have doubled the Red Foxes in this half, in this quarter. Hatchell backing down her man, lay-in attempt, no good, but she'll draw the foul and go to the line to shoot two. That'll be on Bree Hudson, excuse me. The first free throw by Hatchell is good. 20-11 with 9.7 seconds left to go in the first half. Chiefs. As the second free throw is also good. As the long two by Knox is good at the end of the half. So after two, it's 21-13, Chiefs in the lead. And this has been a very interesting game thus far. We'll take a quick break and come right back with some first half stats and analysis and get you ready for the second half here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Dog training in your home started in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1989. In 2017, the Columbia office branched out and started serving the Myrtle Beach and surrounding areas. Dog training in your home comes to you. In many cases, your dog's home environment is enabling bad behavior, so the home is the most logical place for training. Dog training in your home services are designed to make training your dog fun for you and your dog while getting immediate results. All of the dog training in your home training programs are customized to fit your training goals and needs. experts. At Dog Training in Your Home, we are veterinarian recommended and work with any age, any breed of dog. Your first visit is free. So call today. Dog Training in Your Home, 843-360-6033.
Welcome back as we are at halftime here at the reservation with the Chiefs up by 8, 21-13, and this has been a tale of two quarters thus far, and really the tale of two parts of one quarter, with the Chiefs going on a 10-0 run to start off the second quarter after being up 9-6 at the end of the first quarter, going on a 10-0 run to get up to 19-6, and then the Hartsville Red Foxes started to play a little better towards the latter half of the second quarter and reduced the lead down to where we're at right now, 21-13. And we'll get you some stats in just a little bit. But an overall good game for the Chiefs thus far. They've been playing quite well in this one to start off things. Give you the stats real quick for both teams. First for Hartsville, Kendon Dawson currently has 5 points. Alatrice Benjamin has 3 points. Bri Hudson does not have any points, but does have a foul to her name, as does Benjamin. Azaria Knox has 2 points. Jalea Lyles does not have any points, but she does have 1 foul. Amianta Sutton has 3 points and 2 fouls, and that'll round it off for Hartsville. For North Myrtle Beach, Adea Vereen has 4 points and 2 fouls. Ashanti White does not have any points, but her big worry right now is the fact that she already has 3 fouls to her name. So that's going to be something that Coach Smith is going to have to be wary of in this game for the second half. Riley Vincent has 6 points on two made buckets and 2 free throws. Daviana Hatchell has 5 points on one field goal and 3 free throws. Destiny Vereen has 6 points, and that'll round off the scoring for North Myrtle Beach. That's where how we've gotten to the point that we're at right now. Chiefs up by a 21-13 in this first region game of the season. And speaking of region play, we'll go around the region right now. Like I mentioned, originally there were supposed to be 3 other games tonight, but 2 of those 3 games have been either postponed or canceled tonight. West Florence at Wilson was postponed to tomorrow due to some cases, or some presumed cases, for the West Florence boys team, which has forced that game to be postponed. And I guess as a result, the girls just decided to play on the traditional Tuesday. And Myrtle Beach at Darlington, that game has been canceled due to some positive tests. So the only game that is being played tonight is Lakewood at South Florence. And as of right now, I do not believe as though we have any updates on that one right now. But I'll just take this moment real quick to mention and congratulate the football team for a great season. Unfortunately, came to a disappointing end in the state championship, losing to AC Flora. But still, the first time in school history making it to the state championship game is still a big accomplishment. So congratulations to them, and it sets a standard for the other games, or excuse me, it sets a standard for the other teams to get to that level and to become the best that they can be. And you know, the girls certainly tried as hard as they could last year, made it to the quarterfinals of the playoffs, and they, you know, North Augusta to girls basketball is basically like Dutch fork for football. No one has beaten North Augusta in 4 years now in girls basketball. So they've lost some of their key pieces this season, so it may be a little different this year, but it's definitely a tough battle whenever you face off against the Lady Yellow Jackets. But still, this North Myrtle Beach team, in spite of the fact of losing both of the Berger twins, who have been such a key part of this program for so long, they have played very well thus far to start off the season, as we are just about set to start the second half. Chiefs up by 8, 21-13. And we are underway with Hartsville inbounding it. They will go left to right now. Benjamin with the ball, far side wing, passes it inside. And bringing it out is Dawson. Dawson will drive baseline, kicks it out to Benjamin. Benjamin kicks it out, Sutton with a 3-ball from the near side corner. No good off the front iron. And rebounded by a Hatchell. White, kind of surprisingly out there. Passes it to Hatchell on the corner. She'll drive baseline, laying good off the glass. Hatchell with the great drive, and the lay-in is good. And the Chiefs get on the board first here in the second half. Dawson with the ball, near side wing. Over to Benjamin, far side wing. Benjamin getting a little bit of pressure, passes it to Knox. Knox will drive, floater, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Vereen brings the ball up over the timeline, hands it off to Vincent. Vincent over to White, far side wing. Passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell backing down her man, kicks it back out to White. White will drive, floater, no good, a little too strong. She almost got her own offensive rebound, but it is rebounded by Hudson. Now Sutton with the ball. Sutton will reset at the point. Over to Dawson, near side wing, back to Sutton. Sutton drives far side, now kicks it out. 3-ball, buckets! Altrice Benjamin from the far side wing drains the 3, and the Chiefs are up by 7 once again. Driving, no laying attempt, but a foul is called on Hartsville. That foul will be called on Sutton. Foul was called on Sutton. For Vincent with the ball. Thought about driving, now brings it out. Gets a great pick by Hatchell. Over to Vereen. Vereen will drive baseline. Floater, no good. Offensive rebound by Vereen. Putback, no good. An offensive rebound by White. Another attempt by Vereen, no good. And it's rebound by a save attempt by Hartsville. Goes right to Hatchell. And this time Vereen gets fouled. Hatchell tried to put up a floater. No good. Vereen got her own rebound, but they're actually going to call a traveling violation on Vereen, so the Red Foxes get the ball back. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline. She'll bring it near side. Now kicks it out to Benjamin. Benjamin kicks out to Sutton. Sutton stutter step. She'll drive, lane attempt, no good. Rebounded by Hatchell. And a whistle is blown. Not sure what the call is, but it will be Chiefs ball regardless. Vincent will bring the ball up over the timeline. She'll drive far side off of a pick, passes it inside to Vereen. Vereen with the lay-in attempt, no good, and a whistle is blown. Foul will be called on the Chiefs. Foul will be called on Hatchell. That's her first. Benjamin will trigger the inbound. Sutton will bring the ball up over the timeline. Now Dawson with it, far side wing. Hands it off to Benjamin. She kicks it out. Hudson drives, kick out. Thought about taking the shot. Now tries to pass it inside, but it's stolen by White. White has an open lane. Lane attempt, rolls in. Ashanti White, even with 2 defenders chasing right behind her, she's able to put it up and in. 25-16 with 4.5 left to go in the third quarter. Sutton over to Hudson. Hudson out to Dawson. Dawson around the horn, back to Sutton. Sutton far side wing. Passes it to Knox. Knox thought about driving. Now kicks it out. Thought about taking the 3, did Benjamin, but now she passes it around the horn, back out to Sutton. Sutton at the point. She'll drive far side, hands it off to Dawson. Dawson drives. She'll hand it off to Hudson. Hudson with the long 2, no good. Rebounded by Vincent. Or Vereen, excuse me. Vincent with the ball now. Passes it to White, far side wing. White, stutter step. She gets it to Vereen. Vereen at the point. She gets a bit of pressure. And a timeout will be called by North Myrtle Beach. 3:45 left to go in the third quarter. Chiefs up by 9, 25-16. And the Chiefs playing pretty well to start off the second half, but Coach Smith not seeing something she likes. And Chiefs just seemingly not being able to get much going offensively, even though they have scored a couple of buckets. So Coach Smith will try to get things back in gear offensively. And they will inbound it. Vereen to inbound it. That ball gets tipped out of bounds by Benjamin. So we'll do it all over again a little bit further up the court. Vereen to inbound once again. Gets it to White on the near side corner. Passes it inside to Berger. Kick out to Vereen. She thought about it, but now kicks it out to Hatchell. Hatchell to Vincent. Vincent getting double team. Brings it around. Passes it to Vereen. Vereen inside. Hatchell to Berger to Vereen. Lay in. Good. Sutton brings the ball up. Passes it to Dawson. Dawson far side wing. Hands it off to Benjamin. Benjamin drives. Kick out. Driving. Floater. Laying. Floater by Azaria Knox is good. It's now 27-18. Passes it inside. Berger tried to put up a lay-in. No good. Rebounded by Benjamin. Benjamin tries to drive, but a great job by Vereen coming up from behind and stealing it. And even though she fell down, she's able to get it to Vincent. But it's stolen by Sutton. Sutton behind the back, lay-in, good. Sutton with the great behind the back move to get past White and lay it in. .243 left to go in the third quarter. Chiefs up by 7. And a timeout is called. I believe that timeout was called by Hartsville. Chiefs trying to keep this lead up by 7 right now. Vereen to inbound it from the baseline. Hatchell with the far near side wing. Passes it to Vincent. Vincent to Vereen. Back to Vincent. Over to White. White tried to get it to Hatchell. It almost gets stripped. Over to Vincent with the 3-ball from the point, and she drains it. Riley Vincent showing her range. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline. She'll bring it far side. Hands it off to Benjamin. Benjamin with the floater. No good off front iron. Rebound by Hatchell. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. White thought about it. Drive. Kick out. Long 2 by Vereen. No good. Offensive rebound by Hatchell. Also no good. Another offensive rebound by Hatchell. This time Berger gets it. Hatchell tries to put up another one. Long rebound, and it's got finally grabbed by Sutton. Sutton get one-on-one against Vincent. Lay-in attempt no good. And a whistle is blown. They're going to call a foul on Vincent, even though she tried to stay upright. And it looked like Sutton elbowed her in order to draw that foul. But either way, Sutton will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw by Sutton, nothing but nylon, NBN. And that'll cut the lead down to 9. 30-21 with 1:46 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw by Sutton is good. Nothing but nylon, NBN once again. Sutton doing a much better job than she has this season thus far at the free throw line, shooting at a 44% clip. Hatchell brings the ball up. She'll hand it off to White. White will drive. She gets inside, and a whistle is blown as she runs into Sutton. And that will be. Oh, they'll actually call it on Benjamin, even though it looked like Sun was the one who went down. But either way, Chiefs keep the ball. Vereen to inbound from the baseline. Passes inside to Hatchell, laying good. Hatchell just finds the open spot in the defense, in the paint, and gets the lay-in off glass. Driving and losing the handle is Dawson, but they will say it was tipped by Vereen. So it will remain Hartsville ball. Chiefs up by 10, 32-22 with a minute 24 left to go in the third quarter. Long pass out to Knox. Knox will bring it far side. Passes it to Sutton. Sutton at the point. She'll call out a play. Near side wing. Over to Knox. Knox drives. Tried to kick it out, but it's a loose ball. Scramble for the ball. And a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. So the Chiefs get the ball back as Jaden Parker gets ready to check in. She'll take over for Adaya Vereen. Vincent brings the ball up over the timeline. Getting double team, getting it back to Vincent. Vincent over, 3-ball by Parker, no good. Offensive rebound though by the Chiefs. Hatchell on the near side corner, thought about taking the 3. Kick out, Parker with another long 2. This time no good again, and this time it's rebounded by Knox. Knox will drive coast to coast, lay in good. 32-24 with half a minute left to go in the third quarter. White over to Hatchell. Hatchell near side wing. Back to Vincent. Back to White. White near side wing. Passes it to Vincent. Long 2. No good from the point. But an offensive rebound attempt. And they will say it went off of a Hartsville player. So it will remain Chief ball with 9.8 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Parker to inbound from the baseline. Looking, passes it out to White. White will set up a play from the point. Kick out to Vincent. Vincent, 3-ball from the near side wing. It rolls out. Offensive rebound and put back by Vereen at the buzzer is good. And the Chiefs go into the final quarter with a 10-point lead. 34-24, Chiefs up by 10. So the Chiefs go into the final quarter with a 10-point lead, and once again another kind of back and forth quarter in the third, with the Chiefs playing a little sluggish at times, but then also being able to turn up the pressure. One thing that the Chiefs have done an amazing job of, but also at the same time have struggled with in simultaneous fashion, is they've gotten a lot of offensive rebounds and have gotten a lot of second chance opportunities. But a lot of those second chance opportunities have become third chance opportunities, fourth chance opportunities, and you can't be giving up that sort of momentum if you want to win games like this, again, especially against stronger competition. And this team will certainly face some stiffer competition as the season progresses, as we are underway in the final stanza. Dawson with the ball, near side, far side wing. Gets it to Sutton. Sutton at the point. She'll set up a play. Sutton stutter step. She'll drive far side. Puts up a runner. No good. Rebounded by Vereen. Vereen, long outlet pass. Trying to, I don't know who she was trying to get it to, but it's stolen by Knox. Scramble for the ball. A long, medium range two by Hudson from the short corner is good on the near side. Coach Smith's trying to call a timeout, but the Chiefs keep on going, and now they get the ball. Parker thought about driving, now kicks it out to White. White over to Vincent. Vincent to Hatchell. She gets a wide open lane, drives down the baseline and lays it in. The easy lay-in for Hatchell with the open space. Dawson thought about driving. She'll drive baseline, kick out. Thought about taking the three, now kicks it out to Hudson. Hudson over to Sutton, three ball from the near side wing, no good. Rebounded by Vereen. Vincent to bring the ball up over the timeline. Stutter step. Now trying to pass it inside to Hatchell, but it's stolen. And in the process of trying to get it back, Hatchell will draw the foul. Knox got that steal. (36-26), Chiefs up by 10 with 6:16 left to go in the game. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline. She'll bring it near side. Passes it over to Dawson. Dawson will drive. Tried to kick it out, but loses it, and it's taken by Hudson. And her lay-in attempt is missed. Rebounded by the Chiefs. And an errant pass. Hemingway tried to get it to Vincent, but Benjamin was right there to try to tip it away. And she did tip it out of bounds, but it will remain Chief ball. Hemingway gets it to Hatchell. Slight full court press by the Red Foxes, but they'll back off. And Hatchell will cross the timeline. White with the ball near far side wing. Hemingway passes it inside to Hatchell, but it's stripped by Dawson. Dawson passes it over to Sutton. The lay-in attempt hits off the side of the backboard. Another lay-in attempt misses entirely, and it's rebounded by Hatchell. White with the ball, far side wing. Tried to hand it off to Hemingway, but it's stolen. Drive, kick out. Hudson takes a long two, and she drains it. Knox with the long two. And Hartsville says we need a timeout with 5:04 left to go in the game. 36-28. Chiefs up by 8. And the Chiefs certainly going to want to get the ball control under control, as they've had a couple of turnovers forced upon them in this game thus far, especially in this third quarter. And that's something that this Hartsville team is able to do on a pretty regular basis, especially Dawson, Benjamin, and Knox. Hatchell to inbound, a long inbound pass to Vereen, who falls slightly and is able to hand it off to Hatchell. She'll bring it up over the timeline, over to White. White with the near side wing. Tried to drive, but now kicks it out to Vereen. Vereen over to Hemingway. Hemingway to White. White passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell will push her way inside. Lay-in attempt rolls out, and it's rebounded by Hartsville. Hudson brings the ball up, passes it to Sutton. Sutton will reset at the point. Benjamin now. Now to Knox. Knox thought about driving, now kicks it out. Trying to pass it inside was Benjamin. And they will say it didn't hit anyone before going out of bounds. An errant pass by Benjamin gives the Chiefs the ball back. Long outlet pass by Hatchell, trying to get it to White, but no dice. This time Hatchell is able to steal another long outlet pass to White. No good on the open lane attempt. Scramble for the ball, and Vereen is able to come up with it. She'll drive, kick out to White, and a whistle is blown. Timeout is called by Coach Smith with 3:55 left to go in the game. 36-28, Chiefs up by 8. And Coach Smith is not happy at all with some of the sloppy play by the Chiefs in this fourth quarter. Lots of balls just rolling around, balls going everywhere thus far in this fourth quarter. And the Chiefs are certainly going to want to get that down a little bit if they want to win this one. But the Chiefs are up by 8, 36-28. But thus far, this has been a very slow fourth quarter, only 6 points scored. In total between these two teams. We are just about set to get underway. Once more, Vereen to inbound. Gets it to Vincent, back to Vereen. Vereen thought about taking the three from the far side wing. She'll get some pressure by Sutton, trying to get it out. She picks up her dribble, hands it off to Vincent. Vincent with the floater, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Sutton with the ball, kick out. Now over to Dawson. Dawson takes a three ball, no good. Rebound by Hatchell. Hatchell will slow down the pace, passes it to White. White to Vincent. Vincent getting some pressure. Thought about passing it inside, now gets it to Vereen. Vereen with the free throw line too, no good. But it's rebounded by White, and she gets the putback up and in off the glass. Sutton with the ball at the point. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Chiefs up by 10. Sutton brings it near side wing. Passes it back to Sutton. Sutton drives, floater, no good. Too short. And it's rebounded by the Chiefs. Vincent will drive. She'll go coast to coast, and she'll draw the foul. On her way up, that'll be on Dawson. Vincent to the line to shoot two. Her first free throw rims out. A rare miss by Vincent at the line. Off back iron and out. 2:45 left to go in the game. Second free throw is good. And that'll extend the lead out to 11. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline, bringing it to the near side wing. Now she'll bring it out to the point. Brings it far side. She'll hand it off. Hudson drives, kick out. Another kick out. Driving into the middle of the floor is Dawson. She tried to put up a lay-in, but it's stolen by the Chiefs. Vincent driving. She almost lost the handle. Gets double teamed, and they're going to call a traveling violation on Vincent. And Coach Smith is not happy about that call. She thought that she was pushed down or forced down and thought it should have been a foul. But either way, it's Hartsville ball. Sutton brings the ball up over the timeline, brings it near side. Passes it to Dawson. Dawson to Benjamin. Benjamin at the point. Back to Sutton, and that ball will go out of bounds off of Hartsville. So it will be Chief ball once again with 2 minutes left to go in the game. Chiefs up by 11, 39-28. Hatchell will slowly bring the ball up over the timeline. Getting some pressure on her defensively. Gets it inside to Vincent. Vincent tries to drive, now passes it inside. Tried to get it to White, but an errant pass with a lot of pressure on her is stolen. Sutton driving, and she'll draw the foul. And she will go to the line to shoot two. That foul will be on Adaya Vereen. They will actually not call it in the act of shooting. So Sutton will trigger the inbound from the baseline. Looking long pass, and it's almost stolen by Vincent, but Knox is able to corral it. Benjamin thought about taking a long three. She'll drive, laying attempt no good, rebounded by the Chiefs. Hatchell taking it slowly. Passes it to Vereen, now back to Hatchell, and Hatchell will slowly bring the ball up over the timeline. Getting a little bit of pressure by Dawson, and a whistle is blown, and a timeout will be called by Coach Smith once again. Minute 13 left to go in the game. Chiefs up by 11, 39-28. This final stanza has not been very good for the Chiefs, but they are still in the lead, still up by 11. And as long as, at this point, barring a miracle, it looks like the Chiefs will retain this win. But still, something that there are definitely some things that Coach Smith wants to have improve in this game. Vereen to trigger the inbound from right in front of me. Gets it to Vincent. Vincent back to Vereen. Vereen at the point. Hands it off to Vincent. Vincent gets an open lane. Floater, no good off back iron. Offensive rebound, though, by Destiny Vereen, and she'll kick it out to Hatchell. Hatchell back to Vincent. Vincent will bring it near side. Almost lost it. Almost got it stolen by Dawson, but she's able to corral it. Gets it to Vereen. Vereen will drive. Kick out to Hatchell. Hatchell to Vincent. Vincent getting some pressure. She'll drive, and she'll kick it out to Vereen. Looks like the Chiefs are going to try to just run the clock down, and finally, Adea Vereen will get fouled. That'll be the Red Foxes' fourth, so they still need a couple to put the Chiefs on the line with the bonus. Adea Vereen inbound. She'll get it to Vincent. Vincent getting some pressure, and she'll get it to Hatchell. Hatchell will bring it near side. She gets it to Vereen, and Destiny Vereen will get fouled. That foul will be called on Bree Hudson. Excuse me. That'll be the team's fifth with just under half a minute left to go in the game. Vereen to trigger the inbound. Long pass out to Hatchell. And at first it looked like the Red Foxes were going to back down, but then a pass inside to Vereen. And she gets her shot blocked from the inside the paint. And they will call a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Hartsville. Sutton will bring the ball up over the timeline. Stutter step, she'll stop and pop from the three-point line. No good, completely airballed it. And that will allow Riley Vincent to run down the clock, and that will end it. Final score, 39-28. Chiefs move on to 3-0 on the season thus far. And Hartsville will fall to 3-2. So the final score, 39-28. Chiefs win this one. And the Chiefs go to 1-0 in region play. Hartsville falling to 0-1. This is not the last time that we will see the Hartsville Red Foxes this week. As like I mentioned, not only are the boys and girls separated this year due to COVID protocols, but also region games are back-to-back. You play the same team twice in a week. So the next game for the girls will be on Thursday when they travel out to Hartsville to face off these same Red Foxes. And That game, once again, tip-off will be at 7:30 with the pregame show at 7:15. But the next game overall is tomorrow when the boys travel out to Hartsville to face off against the Red Foxes. And once again, tip-off will be at 7:30 with the pregame at 7:15. So that'll just about wrap it up for me here from the reservation. Once again, final score, North Myrtle Beach beats Hartsville 39-28 to go to 3-0 overall, 1-0 in region play. So my name is Brandon Biskobing saying so long, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for the boys game and Thursday for the girls game, both traveling out to Hartsville to face on the Red Foxes. So long, everyone.